Hey everybody, welcome to a new series. This is The World According to Girl. It came out on Steam on the 23rd of February, developed and published by Yondre, who I believe is a Japanese developer, as this game is only available in Japanese or English. And I'm going to save everyone some bother. If you buy this game and you're an English speaker, this will load up in kanji. To get it out of kanji, click the fourth label down, and this will be in English, and then click the English and it will localize to English instead. Which is, fantastic for someone that doesn't speak Japanese like me. Anyway, what for this game was appealing to me? This came up as a roguelike deck builder on my Steam search list, but it also came up with a tag of cute. And I read through the synopsis of it, and it suggests that it's a deck building roguelike caring game in a collapsed world where we have to plan to raise a girl into a savior. We become someone called Administrator, and we try and raise a girl to become the savior by selecting and raising certain stats using human resource cards with various effects. And I was like, okay, this sounds like no other deck builder I've seen. I have to check this out. Now, I will admit one thing. Normally I come into one of these blind, but I have actually recorded an episode of this. There are two modes you can play in if you start, with story and skip story, no story mode. And I recorded in story mode. However, if you go into... Oh. This is always annoying. Take me back to the main menu. If you go to this credit section, it tells you about the streaming and recording rules. However, I think the localization of this sentence is wrong, and I've put this onto the Steam discussion page, so feel free to tell me what this is meant to read as. But it says, however, please do not cut out only the story part. And I think it means actually cut out the story part, because I don't see a reason why it would say, because if I read it as an English speaker, I read this as, you have to play the story, do not skip the story. But I don't understand why you would have it that way around, and why would you have just the story part? It doesn't make sense to me. I feel like they want me to omit the story so that, you, the viewer, may want to come and purchase the game and see the story yourself. So, that recording had story in it, so I'm not going to upload it until I have confirmation whether or not I can use it. So this will be episode 1. If I can upload that one, that will be episode 0. But to cut a long story short, I was really bad. And this is because I assumed, and again, if you make an assumption, you make an ass out of you and me. I assumed you were going to get some tutorialization during the game. You don't. You have to read this help section. I would strongly recommend you read the help section. Localization, again, is a bit rough in places, but you can get a general feel for what things are supposed to do. Anyway, without further ado, let's actually start this game. And I'll do it in skip story mode. Again, if this is the wrong mode, tell me now. I will take this down. But as a general brief, we are this guy, I think, in the brown coat. And we're going to go through various years and various seasons within the year. And we have to level up stats, like certain human characteristics of the savior of humanity, a girl. There are story elements behind it telling you, how humanity's falling apart, what happened. And there's this plan that has been devised that we're going to raise her to be the savior of humanity, and we need to get her to pass these tests at the end of each year. So at the end of season 6, at each year, there is a test. So far, I've never passed any of them. So that's where my level's at. These are the developments at headquarters. I see. So we're officer. Proceed with the plan within the personnel you have. We have picked up a number of people who may be useful to you. So this begins the deck building aspect of things. So you'll see in the top right, I was pretty overwhelmed by the screen when I saw it. We have various things. We have this forcing effect. We have a detection per percentage. This tells us the year and the season we're on. And these are our stats. So int is intelligence, K&D is kindness, CRM is charm, and VIT is vitality. And we have this season cost, so we can plan 5 events on our next screen. So I'll show you that in a moment. It's also an action cost. But right now we're being offered this draft of a card. So there's going to be different areas to go to help train this girl up. And these people occupy certain districts. For example, if I take Ms. Love is Over, she will be in the residential area. Also, for things on the screen, she will provide these values to the residential area. So she'll provide 1 intelligence, 1 vitality, 2 charm, and 1 kindness. Another thing is the text, or like the highlight behind the text, shows you the rarity of the card. So this is common, and this is common. Only commons. Then cards can have two classes. Sorry, they have a class and a subclass. I don't know why this one doesn't have a class subclass, so I'm just going to look at Holiday Model instead. So she's the class that she's an entertainer. Her subclass is Bandit. The Thinking Leg is AotA, is class no subclass. So I guess things can not have a class or not. Right, this is where things get a little bit grey for me. This card has an awakening effect. So it says in the talent list, pay the cost in brackets and activate the effect. I'm not going to lie, I don't understand how to do this. I've picked up an awakening card on my episode 0, and I never used the awakening effect. I don't fully understand what the cost is. I presumed it was a season cost, but I'm not entirely sure. I presume this means choose one talent and disappear from the city together. Okay. And these people, I believe, go into the talent. So when I pick one, they will go into, like, my deck, I suppose. I presume it's from this talent list, by the way, that I meant to activate this, because if you hover over it, it says, in the talent list, pay the cost. But I don't see how I meant to interact with this, but I'll show you when I pick someone. I assume Rechoice is a mulligan, and I'm going to guess that it gives me -1 on my season cost. I've never done Rechoice before. Through +1 I've also never clicked, but I presume this gives me a season cost refund, and I guess I take none of them. And I think this is probably where we are at the moment. So, Holiday Model, when exert influence, forcing effects +2. So, if I understand this correctly, if I choose to do something in the entertainment area, this will become more clear when I get to the next area, by the way, but when I activate her in the entertainment area, she will raise my forcing effects, which is this bar up here. And I'll talk about this kettle of fish in a moment. And then finally we have Thinking Leg, Thinking Arm, Thinking Leg, Thinking Body, Thinking Brain. If you collect all these, yes, that's right, we have Mecha Exodia, I believe, in this deck. I don't know what it doesn't show you. There are some effects where it says, like, transform this card, and it will show you the card that it transforms into. But Mecha Exodia doesn't have that. I think for now, I'm not going to go with the memes of Mecha Exodia. I'm just going to pick up the Holiday Model, because I understand roughly what you do. So, when exert influence, forcing effects +2. Here's to you. Just kidding. The Abigail test will take place at the end of the year. In other words, after the end of Season 6. So this Abigail test is a test from, like, I don't know, the higher-ups of this plan. And we have to pass these tests to proceed to the next year. Otherwise, like, it's over. This is the passing grade for this year's Abigail test. So I have to get beyond 130 score when I do this Abigail test. It kind of means nothing right now, but I think the way it works is the scores I have for, like, Vitality, Kindness, Charm, and Intelligence, they will test me on these aspects. And by test, it means, like, I have to match up my skills to what the what's the word? Like, the markers want. So basically, the higher my scores, the more likely I am to get to this passing line. I think it's basically a multiplicative factor of whatever my score is, to, like, however much they like the response, like, times 1.1 my score. Again, it will be more apparent when we get up to there. Okay, I guess I'll just have to be ready then. Yes, please take care of humanity. Let's set a schedule for this quarter. So here's the big map. Yeah, we'll do it. So we have our 5 areas. We have Park and Garden, Residential Area, the Commercial Area, and the Industrial Area. Each one provides different stats right now. So you'll notice the Garden is 0 int, 0 kindness, 0 charm, but 4 vitality. Residential Area is 4 int and nothing else. 4 kindness, nothing else from Commercial. Industrial is 1 of everything. And Entertainment, I think, defaults normally to 4 charm. However, if we click on Entertainment, Holiday Model is in there right now. So she's providing 0, 2, 4, and 1 to my Entertainment area. Right. The next thing I should probably discuss is this Forcing Effects bar. So as I use things, I will gain this Forcing Effect, and it will slowly rise up and up. As I understand the Forcing Effect, the higher it gets, the more likely I am... Sorry, not the more likely. The higher my percentage will rise on each district. And I'll explain those in a moment. But also, if my Forcing Effects go too high, this Detection per goes up as well. And I'm trying to balance at the moment, you know, getting really high stats. But if my Detection goes to 100%, the plan is foiled. Like, the girl will find out this... She's living in, like, this Truman World scenario where everything is set up around her to, like, you know, build her into the savior of humanity. At the moment, she thinks she's just a normal girl living in a normal city. If you play the story, you'll realise, you know, nothing is normal in this place. Anyway, so we have to get this force infect high, but, you know, counter the detection limit, and that's going to be our play. There's also this menu down here called Other Menu. We can discover talent. So I can draw another card, but it costs me like 3 season cost, I think. Yeah, costs 3. Oh. Get back, please. So this would cost me 3 season costs, so I don't want to do that right now. I can go to my talent list, so I presume this is where I would use the Awakenings effects. And if I scroll through, I can find my talent, so I can look at the card here. So this is Holiday Model, 2 Kindness, 4 Charm, 1 Vitality. When exert influence, force infects +2. Understandable. We don't have an item list because you can actually get items in this game as well. Right now I have no items. This, I have to admit, I don't understand. This is a memory list, so we get set a series of quests as I understand. We can gain memory points from doing these quests. We can also get memory points from other things. I don't fully understand what these memories are. I think they matter for the Abigail test. So I think these effects below, like times 1 attack and times 1.5 attack, will give me like age during the Abigail test. But as I said, I'm a little bit unsure about this. When I did my 0 playthrough, the only one I was able to unlock is Everyday Memories. Anyway, so we have to do this memory quest. So we want to activate an area for 5 memory points, presumably. So activate any one area 5 times. We've currently done none. Rank up, raise 1 status to F. I don't know. Activate the hotspot. So sometimes you get a random event for a hotspot. Equally, you can get a random event for a... I forget what it's called now, like an emergency. So you can have like earthquakes and stuff go on. And there are cards that play around these emergency events. A vacation. Fulfill vacation requests for the area. Finish the season with at least 5 costs left. Interesting. Finish the season with a force infect of 50 or higher. And perfect win 1. Finish the season with 100% activity in some one area. So I guess in one area. Okay. And then finally we have the city grade up. It costs 7 to raise a level. So I presume the cost to upgrade the cities on my season cost here, but I'm not entirely sure how I raise this to beyond 7. Because I can't afford it right now. So I've never raised my city cost. So we're in this together. We'll try and figure out what on earth is going on. I didn't even notice this before, so this is the first time I've noticed these heads. So Entertainer Class 1. Synergies achieved by having the same class. Increase parade rate 7%. If we have 4 of them, 7 give it 12. Okay, sure. And then the Bandit class. When arrows activated, gain 1 forcing effect. Okay, so there's synergy having people of the same class. I see. Okay, I completely missed this before. We're learning. Anyway, we're going to go to the entertainment area. Now, you may have noticed before we have this activity, rest, and ult. Don't worry about ult for now. It's going to be grayed out until... I think it says year 3 this is grayed out. So I don't know what it does either. We have activity, which means we'll go to that area, spend the season cost, and potentially gain stats from the entertainment area. Alternatively, we can rest and lower this percentage back down to 0. The reason to rest, as I understand it, is this fatigue will slowly tick up the more I use an area. And if fatigue goes very high, people in the entertainment area will go on strike, i.e. they won't help the girl anymore. So we can't let them go to like full fatigue. The reason that we would want to do something more and more is, as I understand it, these percentages that are next to like the entertainment area, the park and garden, residential area, are like a hit chance. So I have a 54% if I do an activity in this area to get 281 in stats. I think that's how it works. So I want to do stuff in areas with higher percentages. Equally, I might want to raise an area with a low percentage by doing their activities, but I might not get stats from them. So it's going to be this balancing act, as I understand it. Anyway. So first things first, I think I'm going to do, nice, an activity in the entertainment area. We want to run it. So this is now taking me up to 69%. My forcing effect has gone to 1. My fatigue has now gone up to 0.1. And so on and so forth. Just one moment, sorry. Sorry, I'm back again. My roommate was asking for some fashion advice. Probably a poor person to ask, honestly, if you could see how I'm dressed right now. Anyway, so we've pop this entertainment area. It's taken us up to 69%, so I think this is the hit chance of getting these stats. Now, I don't know if this is the chance of gaining these stats every time I use the activity. I think it is, but I'm not 100% certain on that. This will play out at the end. The other thing I did on my last playthrough, so episode 0, is I tried to make these stats as equal as possible. When it will come to the Abigail test, I only need to pass 2 of the judges, so I think it might be more optimal to just raise 2 stats. So this is what I'm going to do in this episode. I'm going to try and raise 2 of my stats. Right now, because the hit percentages are pretty high in commercial entertainment, I'm going to lean on these. So I'm going to keep going in entertainment, get it high. The forcing keeps going up. So as I understand it, I don't know if this is counting as exerting, but I think the holiday model is proccing my forcing effects more, but I could be wrong. Maybe exertion is only when you go through fatigue. Anyway, let's get this up to 114. So I think now it's guaranteed that I'll get the stat. It won't go beyond 100%. So now this is at 100, I'm going to pick up a bit of kindness. We'll go to the commercial area. I have no people here right now, but we'll spread the love around. And once you've spent all your season costs, get ready to go. The city is buzzing again this season. The liveliness of the commercial area reaches the girl. The liveliness of the entertainment area reaches the girl. Okay, so we've picked up 6 kindness, 8 charm, and 1 vitality. So we did only get that once, even though I went there 4 times to get the hit percentage up to 100. I guess I could have left it at like 80% and just hoped for the best, rather than take it to 100. But I had a memory quest to get one thing to 100 anyway, so I think that's fine. So we have the commercial area at 60%, so I must have missed the 60% roll to get 4 kindness. I think this is how this is playing out. Oh no, I didn't. I hit it. I tell lies and untruths. We hit both of them. So I got 2, 8, and 1 from here. So, yeah, 2, 8, and 1. Then the additional 4 came from the commercial area. Perfect. I think I'm slowly understanding this game. We cleared the perfect win one, gave 10 memory points. End the season with 100 activity in one area. Or some one area, sorry. After we do this, we always have this area where we can raise a stat of our choice, and it's a 100% success rate. Come on, time to study. How are you? What to teach? So I can gain plus 2 stats in anything I choose. So I'm going to match out the kindness now. Something. Well, that's very impressive, teacher. Again, this is probably what I would do if someone like going, teacher, teach me about kindness. And, you know, I put on my teacher jacket with the leather pads on the elbows, and I'm like, something. I taught you well. That's also how I would feel. So we've increased our kindness. Hey teacher, do you know this? Jengenmu, go, huh? Jengenmu, or Jugenmu? Okay. I did not get this event on my 0 playthrough, so this is not translated. So I'm kind of screwed. You also do get these events where it's like a... I don't know what to call it, like almost like a branching path thing. If I choose an answer, I can, like, I guess offender or not offender or whatever. So I'm a little bit worried about this. You know what? To Google. Jugenmu. What is Jugenmu? It's a Japanese restaurant. Perfect. I find Jugemu, which is a famous Rakugo story, a form of spoken Japanese entertainment. It has a simple story. Okay, come on, Wikipedia. Where has it gone? A couple could not think of a suitable name for their newborn baby boy, so the father went to the temple and asked the chief priest to think of an auspicious name. The priest suggested several names, beginning with Jugemu. The father could not decide which name he preferred, and therefore gave the baby all of the names. Jugemu's full name is Jugemu Jigemu Goku no Tsuruke. Kaigarusugo, no. Okay, I'm not going on anymore. This is like a paragraph. So what are you suggesting to me? Goku no Tsuke. Okay, I see this one on the Wikipedia. Google Translate now. I'll admit, again, there are some awkward bits about the localization. This only came out, as I said, 3 days ago, and I can only imagine how... Okay, it's actually just a name. If this has a special meaning, because I know a lot of kanji characters have, like, other meanings behind them, I'm missing out on this, so apologies. It's a very rough event to, you know, show from this game. If you're Japanese, laugh at my answer. Which one do I think is the coolest one? Would I rather be Jugenmu Gogo ha Kansai? Jugenmu Goku no Surikir, or Jugenmu Gogo no Sukin. No Sukin for you. It's the 2 elements of the Chinese 5 elements theory. You know what, that sounds pretty cool. So it's a Chinese word? Water and gold have the same meaning of autumn and winter, black and white. Oh, I see. Yeah, I learned it. I'll tell my friends about it tomorrow. Oh, I thought Jugenmu was Japanese Rakugo. Force effect scores up +3. Cool. Alright, I'm surprised to get these things. I thought this would class as part of the story. I think this is like giving you like snapshots of how like humanity fell apart. You know what? I read this in the 0 episode, but in case that doesn't come up, I will do it again. Do yo know Theatre 14? 1st April 2187. Spring has come again this year. Let's hope that this spring won't be the last spring for humanity. And let me give you some useful information today. Have you ever heard of the last utopia of mankind, commonly known as Theatre number 14? It is said to be the only place on this red earth that still maintains a once flourishing civilization. The city awaits strong security and high settlement requirements. If you have a special talent, Theatre number 14 may welcome you. We will continue to follow the city in detail. If there is new information, I will publish an extra issue. So this will sort of like allude to what's going on in humanity. As I said, there is a story mode to play behind the scenes, so you can get some additional information on like the dystopian future. And now we play through the gameplay loop again. The gameplay loop again. This was like our turn 1. So we're now on year 1, season 2. These are the developments of the headquarters, I see. So we get to pick up another personnel. Now you can get the same card twice, as we have done here. So we have 2 thinking legs, which go in the commercial area, and as I said, they form presumably Mecha Exodia. Park and Garden, Control Freak, Revenge. Park and Garden area activity plus 10%. So this revenge effect is something again I alluded to before. We can get in an emergency event. It appears at random, but it says in the guide that it often comes at the start of the season, but I find it normally comes at the end of a season. So I don't know if that was just chance that I had it at the end or what, but anyway. If we have one of these emergency events, he will proc and give us some extra, gubbins. Now, I said before, I kind of want to lean into this kindness and charm, and you provide 0 kindness, 0 charm, so I'm actually not interested in what you're offering. As much as I think Thinking Leg might be a meme, I'm going to pick up Thinking Leg, so you can provide some kindness to the commercial area. So we now have a leg. Gyun. Splendid. Standing. Let's see the schedule for this quarter. Right. So I don't know what affects these hit markers, but you can now see my entertainment areas reset back to 22. However, the fatigue is still high. The holiday model is still there, but maybe the entertainment area is not our best bet right now. Where did we get our robot friend? Thinking Like it's now in the commercial area, so we probably want to lean into the commercial area a little bit. Before I do that though, what other memories do I have to manage? Raise one status to F. I don't really understand what that means. Activate any one area 5 times. We've done 2 times. So maybe I want to activate something 5 times. I could also just finish the season with 5 costs left. In fact, I might do that now and not do anything. It's kind of a bold theory, but I'm kind of intrigued to see if the season cost takes over to the next season. I've not got great stats right now. I don't know. Maybe I should wait. Finish the season with at least 5 costs left. Because I could knock out economy at the same time that... Oh no, it is economy I'm looking at. Yeah. Duh. Finish the season with a forcing effect of 50 or higher. Finish the season with 100% activity in one area. Okay, I might ignore you actually. Fulfill vacation requests for an area. Okay, sometimes you get a special event and they pop up on this right bar. We don't have it right now where some area will say like, listen, we're too tired, we need a vacation. If you don't use that area, you get the vacation cost. Anyway, I think we'll go into the commercial. We'll go into commercial. That takes that to 61. We'll go into commercial. So we've now activated this area 3 times. That takes it to 76, which I'm content with. I would like to pick up a little bit more charm. So I'm going to go into the industrial area with 1. And you know what? Give me another industrial. And we're ready. The liveliness of the residential area reaches the girl. The liveliness of the commercial area reaches the girl. And the liveliness of the industrial area reaches the girl. Right. So we gained 6 int, 7 kindness. How did I get 6 int? How did I get areas proccing that I didn't go into? Oh, maybe they have every chance. Yeah, every area has a chance of just going in it. Uses that. Okay, I didn't understand this. Sorry, I just need to rehydrate a moment. So every area has a chance of proccing. I see, I understand now. It's not every one has a chance. We're just racing the percentage for the end. Okay, we're learning together. So I failed the 43, I failed the 22. I passed the 44, I passed the 76, and I passed the 85. So we got these stats added together. So we have 1 talent. Oh, it's 1 talent because we have 1 card in there. I see. I don't know why this says 0, but because I have 1, but I'm not sure. Anyway, we got int 4 from the residential, 1 from commercial, 1 from industry. Alright, I understand. We cleared activate 1, give plus 5 memory points. So we activated an area 5 times. Don't understand how I've done that, but sure. Come on, time to study. How are you? What to teach? We're going to teach you about art this time. And again, something is probably what I would say if I had to discuss with someone about art. Well, that's very impressive. I taught you well. So our charm has increased. And again, we get more backstory or snippets. Who's on the Voyager 9? 25th of April, 2187. It was the 20th century, a time when the world was chasing dreams and yearning to go into space. In that era, there was something called the Voyager Project. The spaceship Voyager is probably still drifting somewhere in space, carrying a message to the universe. A few decades ago, the 9th spaceship built in that project was somehow taken away somewhere. Where is it now? Is it aliens? Who knows? EA1 Season 3. These are the developments at headquarters. I see. Proceed with the plan within the personnel you have. We have picked up a number of people who may be useful to you. Right, I have 2 tiny mechanics and a clumsy cook. So this awakening effect, I don't understand it. I might pick you up just because I'm kind of interested to see how this works. But alternatively, I can pick up a clumsy cook. Advent, the effect is triggered when the talent is acquired. So if I pick up this card, I will create an emergency, a small misfortune. So I guess this lets me activate a revenge card on choice if I want to. So I don't want to create an emergency when I have no reason to, so I'm not going to do that right now. Part of me wants to through 1 these and just see what happens. Instead, I'm going to pick you up and try and sort out your awakening. And try and figure out how this works. So we can call a random automata. I'll take care of the machine. Let's set a schedule for this quarter. So I assume, and I might be completely missing something here. Active talents 3. Where are you, tiny mechanic? I feel like I'm meant... Oh, I do it here! I'm so dumb! I was right. I guess it costs 4 of my points. But I'm going to do it. Yes. So this costs 4. Awakening of the Revolution of Talent. Assemble 2 old machine. Hello. After 3 seasons, it will explode and disappear. Please don't blow up my girl. Where are you? Oh, you're an entertainment thing. So it provides 5 charm, 3 vitality, and 1 kindness. Oh boy. But yeah, it cost me 4 season cost. I see. I'm beginning to get this now. We'll do an activity in the entertainment area. We'll run it. I have a 50% chance of this proccing. 1 of commercial, 4 residential, 13 park and garden, and 42 here. We're not going to gain many stats. In fact, we might gain no stats this season. But I'm better prepared for future seasons. This entertainment area is going to pop for me. I'm going to be charming as hell. Liveliness of Park and Garden reaches the girl. Oh, this tells me what I passed. Holy moly, I got Park and Garden. So we hit the 13% roll. We hit the 42. We actually missed the 55, sadly, with all the stats. But we still gained like some decent stats. I don't really want vitality, but we've got it now. Come on, time to study. How are you? What to teach? Let's teach you about art again. I want to keep this charm stat rolling. Something, something. Well, that's very impressive. I taught you well. Increase stats. Hey, teacher, have you ever been on an airplane? Airplane? Yes? No. A propeller is a... ... What? I'll answer this honestly. I have been on a plane. Flying through the sky with a roar. It's a true feat of human wisdom. I wonder how something that big can fly. You've got motivation. Forcing effect scores is down 3. So I think that now if I activate something, I'm going to gain less forcing effect from it, which is both a good and a bad thing. It's bad because I want my percentage to go up, but it's good because it's going to mean my detection thing will go up slower. Right. World of the End, 3rd June 2187. The world has ended. Everyone say so in their voice. The end was a quiet tectonic anomaly. Anomaly. Soon the sky was covered with heavy leaden clouds and the light was cut off. In this way, the earth became uninhabitable. It was only a 3-day war. That's how the world fell apart. Season 4. These developments at headquarters, I see. Right, so we get to pick another card. I can get another leg, and I do need 2 legs to get Mecha Exodia. We have the Thinking Arm as well, or another holiday model. So, we have a synergy with the class. I presume 2 entertainers synergize together. I should really be looking at these more. Student class 1, entertainer class. In fact, this should be also how I'm thinking about my decision. So you're providing 4 charm, 2 kindness, and you have a synergy. I think I will take you. Here's to you. Just kidding. Yeah, we're going to provide the savior of humanity by speaking to holiday models. Oh, occasionally a hotspot may occur in a random area. Let's set a schedule for this quarter. So Parks and Gardens is a hotspot. Now, I don't fully appreciate what goes on here. I think it just gives you like more percentage than you would otherwise gain. Unfortunately, I kind of want to lean into this entertainment district. I might put something into Park and Garden. Or is it just increasing the stats? I'm not sure. Maybe it's giving plus 50% to stats. Yeah, it is, because this was normally 004. Alright, I'm actually not that bothered then. Because I don't really want my vitality to go up. So, let me just look what I've got. I have a student class, I have 1. Entertainer, I now have 2, so I need 4 to get the parade rate up. I don't know what that is. Abigail test passes score reduced by 7%. So engineers are pretty useful. Synergy is achieved by having the same class. Max cost plus 1. I mean, this doesn't tell you how many I need to have that. That I guess is a typo. And bandit class. 3. When area activation gain plus 1 forcing effect. Okay. Sure. Well, let's lean into entertainment. Entertain me. And entertain me. I think I'm content at 17%. Oh, actually, I say that. You know what? Just go for it. Take it to 85. And then, you know what? Give me a commercial. I know it's pretty unlikely to proc. But I don't really care about the vitality stat. I don't care about the residential either. I would go into entertainment to put it to 100, but I'm a bit worried about my fatigue right now. You better pass that, by the way. The residential area reaches the girl, the commercial area reaches the girl, and the entertainment reaches the girl. Holy moly, I rolled the 17% roll. We hit the 50, we hit the 85. So we ranked up in charm. I've never ranked up before, so I don't really know what that means. Cleared activity 2. Oh, we ranked up, we get more memory points. Sweet. Come on, time to study. How are you? What to teach? Let's pick up a bit of kindness about sincerity. Something, something. Well, that's very impressive. I taught you well. We increased the stat of kindness. And we cleared rank up 2, that gave me 10 memory points. Raise 2 status to F. So I think this is, again, a localization. I think it just means raise the status to level 2. I'm not sure why it's come out as a symbol like this, but whatever. Hey teacher, what's DDT all about? DDT, that's... You might want to sort this out as well. Dramatic Dream Team, dichlorodiphenyl trichloroethane, or is it ethanol? It's ethane. Dangerous driver of Tenryu. I don't know the meaning of this one. I don't know really the meaning of this one. It's dichlorodiphenyl trichloroethane. This might improve your intelligence, but we'll go with it. It's an original move by a wrestler. What? That's not what I clicked on. It's an original move by a wrestler who ducked the pesticide of the ring. Really? That's not a thing, right? My mind is broken. That's a really good finishing hold. I wouldn't go with that either. I would go with the pesticide thing over the wrestler. I see. Avalanche Brainbuster. When did you find the corner post? The Avalanche Brainbuster is a dangerous move. Alright, the force effects have gone up. That was bad communication, apparently. Rest Well Caravan, 14th September, 2187. It is full of groups that are flocking together and seeking a place of peace. Looks like a caravan, someone said. But while the caravan had a purpose, they were just wandering aimlessly. The older we get, the harder it is to accept this reality. That's probably true. This is because they are the generation that was loved by science. The old man said, "The old days were good." That is undoubtedly true. Okay, I don't really know the meaning of that one either. It confused me the first time. It's confused me the second time round. Right, let me rehydrate. Year 1, Season 5. By the way, my stats are higher than I had in my playthrough of 0, so I have improved. These are developments at headquarters. I see. Proceed with the plan within the personnel you have, right? It's going to make me draw a card. Oh, I can pick up a tooled machine myself. I see. I can get something in the residential area. Advent forcing effects -10. So when I pick this up, my forcing effects will drop. I don't know if I necessarily want that. You have insane stats, but you're only going to provide them for a short period. 3 seasons and you explode. So I'm so early in the game that I think you're not great, even though you're in the entertainment area and I kind of want you. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to through +1 and see what happens. Also, there's been an earthquake in the neighborhood. Due to the instability of the ground, we will not be able to conduct AotA land research this season. The next season's caravan is also not expected to arrive. Okay, got it. Let's set a schedule for this quarter. So, not to be able to discover talent this season, and we'll not be able to gather talent at the beginning of the next season. That's really scary since I just skipped. So this did go up to 6 to 5. The next grade cost is 3. Let's improve our city. Guard, disaster countermeasures +4%. So I presume this will lower my emergency chance. Human resource effect +3%. I don't really know what this means. And occurrence rate +5%. So I guess it gives me more events. I don't really know what a human resource event is versus the occurrence rate. Give me commu. The commu level has been raised to 2. The city grade has been raised to 2. So now it costs 8 to upgrade the city. I see. Then I want to raise my stats. I'm going to make myself again a charming little girl. And while we have tooled machine in here, we really want to, force this a little bit. Now the fatigue is really climbing. So I'm a bit concerned about that. In fact, I'm going to go in here one more time. So we went to the entertainment area. We went to the cinema because there was an earthquake going on. That seems logical to me. Right, we hit the residential area. Unlock residential area ultimate Orchid Lily. Hello, we have an ultimate. I've never had this before. Entertainment passed. And tooled machine exploded. Hopefully not killing anyone in the entertainment district. Right, my charm is now 32. Vitality's 12, kindness 30, int 13. One other thing I should mention is that these stats can decay, and I'm not sure what causes the decay. But I'm just going to ignore it for now. Anyway, we hit an 80% roll, we hit a 49, we missed a 50, that's fine, we hit the 49. And then 10 and 7, we couldn't expect to hit them. Come on, time to study. How are you? What to teach? We're going to teach about sincerity again. Something. Well, that's very impressive. I taught you well. So our kindness has gone up. Ah, we didn't get an event this time, strangely. So you're not always guaranteed an event there. I think it's just a random roll again. Gift. 25th December, 2187. There is no room on this planet to celebrate anyone's birthday anymore. So let's just celebrate that in this paper. Merry Christmas. I think it's a very specific person's birthday we were celebrating here, but sure. Who that is, I don't know. Right, this is season 6, so this is my final season before the Abigail test. It seems the caravan didn't show up due to the earthquake last quarter. Proceed with the plan within the resources you have. So I presume the caravan is a mistranslation of, like, I don't know, a bus or something. Or whatever vehicle is transporting the talent to the city. Yes, the Abigail test will be held in the chapel after the season. Please remember to prepare in advance. I will. Yes, Abigail test after the season. So it will warn me at the end of this season to pick up some memories. I have MP40. Finish the season with a forcing effect of 50 or higher. I don't think I'm going to do that. That only gives me 5. I kind of wanted to pick up an anniversary memory, if I could, but I don't think I can. Oh, I should have activated the hotspot. I'm dumb. I would have got memory points for it. Activate 3. Okay, we could get this, so I'm going to ignore the memory things. I'm going to hit entertainment again. Again. And again. My fatigue is now 10. So the detection level is going up. I'm going to leave it at 69. So this should give me the memory thing that I was hoping for. Then I'm going to pick up, I think, commercial. Why are you so good at industry, by the way? Oh, Tiny Mechanic is there. I forgot about Tiny Mechanic. Alright, we're going to use the thinking leg. I was hoping the forcing effect would go up to 50. I don't think I'm going to. You know what? That'll get it to 50. Right, the city's buzzing in. We hit commercial, we hit entertainment. They're the two that matter. We gained a huge amount of kindness, we gained a lot of charm. Not much vitality, not much intelligence. Appropriate, I couldn't remember that one. Right, we finished the season with a forcing effect of 50 or higher. We gained 10 memory points. Come on, time to study. How are you? What to teach? Get my kindness just a little bit higher, please. Hey teacher, what kind of people do you like as teachers? My preferred type of woman. So I got this event on episode 0. This is the answer of, you know, hello FBI, yeah, this is your man. So we're not going with you. I don't like person is going to crush her spirit. So I think you have to say respectful relationship. You know, that's not like completely turning him down, but you know, it's being respectful of one another's boundaries. I don't know. It's always awkward in this situation when you know a younger person has a crush on you. You don't want to, you know, break their spirits, but equally you're like, no, this can't be. We have to like tell them it can't be. Sorry, it would be nice to have a caring relationship with someone. Oh, that's nice. The forced effect scores is down by 3. Would you like to see a tutorial on the Abigail test? You know what I will for you. So it takes place over 7 turns. At the beginning of the turn, the Inquisitors are presented with what they want to hear. The next step is to use the girl's memories to speak to the Inquisitors. First, select one of the memories below. Memories are selected from the 3 that appear randomly each turn. Memories with properties consistent with the Inquisitor's questions are marked with blue arrows, and memories with properties opposite to the questions are marked with red arrows. Each of these will affect the numbers you give, so give the girl lots of memories beforehand. When you select memories, the next step is to decide which Inquisitor you want to answer to. As with memories, the Inquisitor has an icon for each of his strengths and weaknesses, so be sure to check it. Alright, one of the cats is unbelievably unhappy. Let me let her in. Which one is it? Okay, no one stood at my door. I'm being poltergeisted. Never mind. Hello, Bessie. Welcome to the office. So we select the Inquisitor icon at the top to speak to that Inquisitor. The answer score is based on the girl's stats and involve a variety of values. At the start of your turn, you will receive support from your talent and may even get a temporary buff. If the girl's answers reach his target score, he will make a passing judgment and leave the room. If all the Inquisitor's target points are met, or if 2 or more Inquisitor's target points are met by the 7th turn, the plan passes and continues to the next year. You don't need to explain it again. I understand. Check the girl's memory. Yes, 100%. So this is what these memory points are for. Now, I bought, on my episode 0, a bunch of everyday memories, which says times 1 attack, which I cannot but think is nothing. So I'm going to get this anniversary memory for 50. Then I can choose which stat I want it to be a memory for. So I want this to be on... Actually, I say I want it to be on charm. Maybe we should take it on kindness because it's slightly lower. And we're going to try and pass charm and kindness. Anyway, time for the Abigail test. She's taking the Abigail test. That's right. Is the girl okay? She'll be okay. You don't seem to be very relaxed. Shut up. Welcome. Hello. I'm going to ask you a few questions now. Yes, please do. Excellent charm allows you to reselect your options. Okay. Right, so this is turn 1. The Inquisitor wants to ask you something about your intelligence. So intelligence is not a good stat. So this is what these arrows mean. This is just an everyday memory. Choose a memory. So they want to know about my intelligence. So I'll get a bonus if I picked intelligence and went to the intelligence person, I would get extra stats. However, I've never done this before. I'm going to try and pick the one that they're not asking for, but give it to the Inquisitor that is focusing on charm, i.e. the pink one, and see what stats I get from this. So I didn't get a score for matching order, so it gave me 0.6%, so 60%. That's not really a thing, but I got a 60% of my value. So it gave 53, which is, I don't know if it's like 60% of the CRM, but the matching focus was times 1.3. Again, I don't know if it's additive or whatever, and the forcing effect was 1.1. Overall, it works this out from my charm, which was 62. So I guess it came out to be, you know what? Shall I get a calculator to do 0.6 times 0.13 times 0.11 times 62? No, you can do that for yourself and check if that's the number. Anyway, that got me to 53 of this 130 passing mark. So as I said, at the very start of the game, it said 130 is the passing mark. This is what it means. It's for this test. Right, someone wants to ask me about my kindness. I have the anniversary memories of kindness times 1.5 attack. You are going to love this Inquisitor too. Immediately I pass. 137 the score was. I see. You're showing definite growth. So we're on turn 3. So kindness has now dropped out. They've passed. So they want to ask me about kindness again, but I don't really care anymore. I've then got an intelligence one, which is times 1 attack, and I only have 18 intelligence. Realistically, I'm not going to pass intelligence. I don't know what happens if you give someone something that they don't want. So I'm going to take this anniversary memories, and I'm going to give it to the intelligence person. Oh, you still get a lot for it. Matching order times 1.3, matching focus times 1, forcing effect times 1.1. So I guess it's because the focus was still fine. The intelligence person liked it, they just didn't love it. Ah, a prayer. Prayer's coming from the industrial area. All attacks gain 4% this turn. That's huge. So they want something about their charm, right? I haven't rolled a charm thing here, unfortunately. So I can take an average memory instead. I don't know what the average uses. I don't know if it averages all the scores. But equally, I haven't got anything for intelligence either. So I'm going to take the average one, and I'm going to give it to Intelligence Boy. So I think I've passed the Abigail test. I think I've got past year 1. I see you're showing definite growth. Holy moly, this is going way better than last time. Alright, Charm person wants Charm. I haven't got Charm, unfortunately. Let's see what happens here. I'll give them Kindness instead. And I'll put it to Charm. My Kindness is very good. We're not matching on the question, but we are matching on the focus. Yeah, we still got a good score. I see you're showing definite growth. Right, again, unfortunately I'm going to have to pause the recording for 1 second. My cats are fighting. Apologies, I'm back again. I don't know what's gone into them two. They've been so nice the last few days, and now, you know, fighting occurs. Right, we've apparently got some more prayers coming from the commercial area. Kindness plus 6% this turn. That's not great, but... Sorry, they're asking for something about intelligence. So, it doesn't matter anymore. I will pick intelligence because that matches. It'll give me a times multiplier. They don't want intelligence. This is going to be pretty low. 25, yeah. We're probably not passing this Inquisitor. unless something crazy happens. So it's vitality. I was given vitality, but this is still only going to be like, maybe like 30? Yeah, 35. So we failed one Inquisitor, but it doesn't matter. Let's end this now. Thank you very much. Have a safe trip home. Yes. You may come out now. I will now give you the results of this year's Abigail test. There were 3 Inquisitors who gave her a pass. Congratulations, you have passed the test. Okay. Let's get the year-end audit fee. I get a random rare talent, max cost for next year +1, so I would start with +6 instead. That seems pretty strong. Slumbering Premonitions, I don't know what this is. I think I would rather have the random rare talent. Contract with Demonic Manager. Excuse me? Shadow of Libris, 13th February, 2188. Many people think that the secret societies are in existence in fiction, but there is a real organization called Libris that wants to manipulate the world from the shadows. They are said to be the only ones in this world who have the ability to manipulate science and technology and control this world. According to our own information though, or our own channels, it has something to do with that city. Perhaps this world has been condemned to hell by Libris. Year 2, Season 1. Okay, I'm going to call it there for this episode. If you enjoyed it, why not leave, like, and subscribe? If you have any hints and tips, especially if you feel like you're a native, like, Japanese speaker, or you speak Japanese and can translate to English, and you've played this in Japanese, let me know if I'm generally understanding the game correctly, because there are some, like, rough edges around this game, I'll admit. But the premise, I kind of like it. I'm kind of enjoying it so far. I would also recommend, again, if you're enjoying this, check it out on Steam. I think it's on Steam at the moment for like £7. And as I said, there is a story mode behind this, which plays like a story around this gameplay loop. And again, that's probably worth checking out. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next part. Goodbye.